Hi everybody, welcome to Canvas tutorial. This is the crash course for GATE 2021 and it's another physical chemistry lecture. It's basically the third lecture on quantum chemistry, and over here we are going to start the topic commutator. This is the first lecture of commutator where I am going to give you some basic formula, and in the second lecture we will be solving some previous year's questions regarding this topic. So that will be much helpful for you. So without a further ado, I am going to start today's lecture. So the point is, what is commutator? It says that when two operators that can be calculated simultaneously, then they are said to be commutated. Now, I can think that suppose this is a operator 1 and this is the operator number 2, and if both the operators can be calculated simultaneously, then they are said to be commutated. Okay, so we can say that operator 1 is commutated to operator 2. Now the commutators are denoted by this kind of third bracket, you can see. And over here, suppose A and B are two operators and their values can be calculated simultaneously. So I can say that they commute to each other, and so the commutator value is 0. So this third bracket denotes the commutator value and it is basically the 0. Now what I can see that the value of commutator is 0, that implies these two operators commute to each other. Okay, fine. So point is that how to determine the value of the commutator. In order to do this, just like suppose what is the value of operator A, so I actually apply or operate A over some function psi, and I am getting suppose some value E. Okay, and the expression is something like this, is psi. Then I can say that this E is nothing but the eigenvalue of operator A. So over here, if this kind of expression is obtained, then we can say that this function is the eigenfunction of the operator A, and operator A has the eigenvalue of E with respect to the eigenfunction psi. Now we will make a separate video on eigenfunction, so that will be much helpful for you, and we will discuss about the acceptable or non-acceptable functions. So those are the postulates of quantum mechanics which will be provided in the upcoming lectures of quantum chemistry. Now point is that what we can say that what is the value of this commutator. If x and dx two operators and we are going to find out the value of the commutator, then we are just going to operate this commutator to a function. Okay, to a function. This way we can operate, and whatever the expression, suppose I am getting the expression y is the expression y psi we are getting. So I can say that this commutator value is nothing but this y, whatever the eigenvalue I am getting from here is nothing but the value of the commutator. Clear? In this way we determine this. So what I can say that this kind of AB commutator, that actually implies that will be a first bracket. Okay, that implies that this A commutator B means AB minus BA. So suppose there is a function psi which is operated over here, I can say that this is nothing but AB minus BA. So first what we can write, that this AB psi minus BA, BA psi. Now this means that first A is operated over psi, and then what we are getting, then B operator is operated to that to get the expression for this one, and here also B is operated to psi, so we are getting something like this. Now A operated to this one to get this one, and that will be our final expression. So this is a schematic diagram what I have discussed over here. Now I am going to give you the example that how we solve this kind of problems. So let's write it in the form of AB minus BA. Okay, in this way I am writing this. So x dx commutator means x dx minus dxx. Now I am just operating it with a function psi. So I can write it x d dx psi minus d dx x psi. Now if x is operated over some constant over some function, then I can say that it's nothing but the multiplication with x. So it is nothing but your function d dx into x psi, okay, minus, this is the operation of the derivative operation, so it is nothing but d psi dx into x factor. So this will be the expression. Clear? Now in the next step, what I can see that this d dx of x psi, so what I can say that d dx of x psi, that implies first x remains constant and we are operating d dx over psi, so that obtain d psi dx. Then keeping psi constant, we are operating d dx over x. So this is the expression for this kind of multiplicative function. So these are some basic mathematics what I am doing right now. So this is x d psi dx plus psi. D dx of x is nothing but 1, so it's just psi. So d dx of x psi has a value of x d psi dx plus psi. So I am putting it over here. So this is basically the d dx of x psi. So I am putting it over here. So here we get x d psi dx plus psi. Okay. Now there will be a negative sign. So I am putting the negative sign. So this is the value of d dx of x psi. Now x means just multiply with a x operator, nothing but is the multiplication with the x. So it is basically your x d psi dx. Clear? That this is basically x d psi dx and it is minus x d psi dx. It is minus psi. Now x d psi dx minus x d psi dx cancel out. So it is basically minus psi. So as a result of that, what I actually get that this function, this operator has a value of minus psi. When this operator that x d dx minus d dxx is operated over psi, it gives you the value of minus psi. So as a result of that, you are getting that if it is operated over psi, it is basically giving minus psi. Now minus psi means minus 1 into psi. So from here what I can see that this one is x d dx minus d dx x has a value of minus 1. It is basically the commutator value. So this commutator has a value of minus 1. So minus 1 will be the answer. Okay, so let's take a look at some rules and tricks to find out the value of commutator by just bypassing such calculation. These will be some lengthy calculations. In exam there is very little time, so in exam the time management is one of the most important thing you have to manage. So in order to do that, what you can see that you have to learn some tips and tricks so that you can find out and just avoid or skip the lengthy calculations. So in order to do that, we have to know some basic formula, and these are some formulas which are frequently asked in examinations, and most of the cases the application of the formula is important. So I am going to give you the examples as well. So over here what you can see that commutator a comma b just implies the minus of commutator b comma a. Now this is extremely important expression. So we will just see the applications in the latter part of this lecture. So what I can see that how we can prove it. Now a commutator b means ab minus ba. Okay. Now if you take minus common, then it will be ba minus ab. Okay. Now this ba minus ab can be represented in the form of the commutator b comma a. Okay. So that is why I can say that a commutator b is nothing but minus of b commutator a. Now if a is, this is nothing but n a to the power n minus 1 into commutator ab, and over here this power is present over b, then also we will operate it in the same way. Now the next formula is, if d dx is operated over x to the power n, it basically produces n into x to the power n minus 1. So it is basically the derivative. Okay, it is derivative. So whatever the value of x, we will get the derivative of this one. Now if you see the previous slide, that over here we determine the commutator value of x d dx. Now without applying such lengthy calculation, and that calculation was something like this. So without doing this kind of lengthy calculation, we will solve this with the help of these three formula. Rather, the formula of 3 and 1 will be applied. Now our expression was x d dx commutator, isn't it? Now in order to find it out, what I can say that it is basically nothing but the comparable to commutator AB. Now commutator AB is nothing but minus of commutator BA. So I can write that minus of commutator d dx, there is the operator sign. Okay. Now minus of d dx x. Okay. Now compare this expression with this one. So d dx x to the power n implies the derivative of that x to the power n, that n into x into x to the power n minus 1. Okay. So we are just going to do that. Now over here what I can say that x means it's nothing but x to the power 1. So x, or if we operate d dx to x, we are getting 1, because you know that if x has a power 1, so 1 into x to the power 1 minus 1. So x to the power 0, which is basically 1. This is basically the same formula what we can apply over here. So now d dx of x is 1, so that will have a value of 1, and there will be a negative sign over here. So don't forget about this negative sign. So it will be minus 1. So the value of this x d dx will be minus 1. So we skip the detailed calculation, and we can easily apply it with the help of this trick. Clear? Now we will see the application of this one. Now over here, this expression is comparable to this one, a to the power n into b. So over here the operator is x cube into px. So now I can say that it is nothing but over here the value of n, in this case the n is a power, in this case power is 3. So n has a value of 3. So I can say that it is nothing but your n into x to the power n minus 1, which is basically 3 into x to the power 3 minus 1. So it is 3x square. Okay. So I can write it in this way, that 3x square into x px. So x px. Now we will just write it in the form of this one. Suppose it is written in this way, px x cube. Then what we can see that over here it is 3 into x square n into x to the power n minus 1. Then inside there will be pxx. Why? Because it is written in this form, pxx. But in this question it is written in x px form, x cube px, that means x first then px. So we will write the commutator in this manner. Clear? Okay. Now point is that how to find out the value of this x px. Now this is another very important trick. First of all, you have to know that what is the expression for px. In my previous class I said that it is minus I h cross d dx, isn't it? So over here I am just putting 3x square into x minus I h cross d dx. Now remember, whenever there will be any constant, inside the commutator, we can just take it outside. Clear? So I am just writing it over here. Whenever there will be constant multiplied to any of the operator inside commutator, we will take it out. Okay. So in this case what we can say that over here if I take out minus I h cross, so I am getting 3x square into minus I h cross x d dx. Okay. Now x d dx, we have just determined that x d dx has a formula, has a value of minus 1. Now if you forget that, then also what you can see that this x d dx can be written in the form of d dxx by just applying the AB, this formula. AB commutator is nothing but minus of BA commutator. So it is basically the commutator d dx x minus of d dx x. So there will be a minus sign. Now we are going to determine the derivative of x, so which will be 1. So it has a value of 1. So it will be 3x square minus I h cross into minus 1. So it is basically minus 1 plus 1. So it is 3x square I h cross. So that will be your answer. Clear? Now this is the basic of the commutator. In the next lecture, we will discuss about these properties of commutators, and we will solve different previous year's questions as well regarding this commutator, because this commutator is extremely important from your net and gate point of view. And did you remember that this time also there was a question x of h, so there will be the commutator between the x and the Hamiltonian. This was asked in June 2020 question, which is held on 26th November. In this set, this commutator value was asked. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you. Happy learning.